Instructor?
Huh.
Just go straight to the end of the hall, then make a right.
Okay. At the very end of the hall.
There's the back room.
Yes, let's go.
Bunch of Erebonian,
Serene Schwarzer has arrived.
Very good. See him in.
I apologize for calling you here like this, Instructor Schwarzer.
No, it's an honor to have an audience with the Emperor.
Your dances with your sister and Alphen were a sight to behold. Your skills as a lead were just as impressive as the rumor suggested. I'm sure my daughter was very happy.
Well...
I'm only joking. You've helped out Oliver numerous times. You've rescued Alphen twice, and you saved Cedric's life at the end of the Civil War. My entire family is grateful for everything you and the rest of Class 7 has done. As the Awakener of the Ashen Knight, the very same one my ancestor once piloted, you have saved many lives and averted many crises.
So you knew the truth about Emperor Dreikels?
Yes, indeed. As well as the relationship between the Chancellor and yourself.
You know that, too?
Yes, I figured it out somewhere along the way. When I asked, the Chancellor didn't deny it, so I took that to mean my suspicions were correct. He and I have much in common. Both of us have lost loved ones to the foolish schemes of others.
I've heard about the Chancellor, but Your Highness?
It happened long ago. Have you perhaps heard anything regarding Olivert's birth mother?
That story.
Interesting. So we're talking about Oliver again. She's a commoner, but her intelligence, grace, and bright smile were anything but common. We'd fight at times, but eventually we fell in love. Though the both of us were young, we became involved with each other. She ended up dropping out of school and returning to her hometown. Then, sometime later, I found that she had given birth to a boy. That boy was Oliver. I was still Crown Prince at the time. I wanted to make her my Empress, but she refused. I was at least able to send one of the Vanders to guard her. My father and the lords of the Great Four House. Oh, that's why the Vanders. I think the Vander's older brother is so tight with Oliver. That's interesting. I'm just a little bit older than him. I'm not sure how that works. I held out hope she'd change her mind. However, when my father fell ill, a group of Jaegers seeking favor with one of the Great Four Houses attacked her and Oliver. Oh no, someone knew about the secret. Eldest son of the Vander family managed to save Oliver. Yep. She lost her life. My father passed on. I had lost her. I welcomed Olivert as the one ray of light left in my life and officially announced he was my son. That's kind of sad. This guy's got a pretty depressing backstory. Shortly thereafter, I married to ensure this tragedy would not repeat itself. She was the daughter of a small noble family, working as a maid. Priscilla accepted my courtship despite knowing that my heart still belonged to my first love. It's complicated, Eugen. Very complicated. Olivert seemed intent on walling himself off from everyone in the palace, but Priscilla was able to get him to open up. While he accepted me as his father, and the twins were born, he was just as happy as the rest of us, if not more so. And so, that is the messy history of the current imperial family. Wow. Poor Olivert. It's crazy.
I had no idea. But are you sure it's all right to tell me all this?
It's no great secret. Most of the larger noble families already know. But my point is this. Both the Chancellor and I lost loved ones. But our sons yet live. Certainly a unique point of commonality, wouldn't you say?
That's true. Is that why you appointed him as Imperial Chancellor?
It's true that I felt an affinity with him. However, the most important factor was his negotiation of the ceasefire with Liberl. The events of Hamel wounded my heart deeply. But I knew I could not allow them to be made public. He managed to get both the four great houses and Liberl to concede to his terms and put the 100 Days' War to an end. And so rose the first common-born Imperial Chancellor.
Now I understand. But in the 13 years since he became Chancellor, a lot has changed. The nobles have lost power, while he's only gotten stronger. And he's using that power to steer Erebonia in a dangerous direction. With all due respect, I don't think it's right to sit back and let him continue.
I understand your concern. Olivert's as well. Olivert is more concerned for his brother and sister's futures than anyone. In that respect, he sees the Chancellor as a bigger threat than the nobles do. However, things are not so simple. Regarding myself and the Chancellor, tragedies like Hamel, at times, this nation will make the most tragically foolish decisions. During the War of the Lions, the brothers of the royal family spilled each other's blood and pulled the nation into their feud. The history of Erebonia is smeared with blood and alight with flames, more than any other country.
He's right. Deception is an important tool in politics and war, but the thought of killing your own people as an excuse to invade another country.
As a teacher of history, I'm sure you have your own thoughts on this matter. So tell me, do you know the people of Erebonia to have a cruel temperament?
No. The people of Erebonia are sincere and value honor and pride. They think highly of martial skill, but know it is a virtue to use it only when absolutely necessary. The incidents you spoke of, it's almost as though a devil had been whispering in their ear.
Precisely. There is something in Erebonia. Something which bends people's minds and steers them toward chaos. Perhaps it could be called a curse. One that has been with us since the founding of this nation. If you've read the Black Records, you may have some idea what I speak of.
The Black Records?
It would seem the Church is seeking them out. But the original writings are in the Imperial family's possession. Only
That's
those
crazy.
who succeed the throne are permitted to read them. They are records of the truth of this nation's history, and a prophecy of its future.
So, if you guys have gone over the Black Records, it's really interesting. It has kind of like almost like a foreshadowing of what will happen in the future and what things have to be achieved for those things in the future. But Gilead seems to have made like a slight nudge to certain things happening quicker, to an objective or something of the Black Records that is not being told, I think, but we don't really know the truth about all that. But anyway, it's kind of like prophecy tales. The future of the future will bring you this kind of event. It's pretty powerful, pretty cool. I like the way they threw that into it, but also, interestingly enough, I don't know why it's on my mind, the Thunder God that they were talking about, a part of the Mueller family. I think that's Kurt's true dad, and then he has his brother Mateus, who's also like very, very strong as well. But I think the Thunder God, he's like around the age of Aurelia, a little bit older. And he's like extremely strong. I don't know if he's been in any other Trail series, but he used to work at the Grelia Fortress and do some other things. I'm not sure why they're keeping. Again, it's really interesting that he's such a problem that the intelligence division is like pushing him out to do other things. Same with the brother. I guess they're both like kind of a wild card that they wouldn't be able to deal with otherwise. Interestingly enough, I'm not sure.
An inevitable future, no doubt. I'm certain any attempts to avoid
you
it
go.
will only cause things to become further warped and twisted.
So there you go. So Emperor Eugent seems to have, which he's been alluding to, and he asked Gilead, there's no way we can change this. How can, basically he really trusts Gilead Osborne for whatever reason as like a true confidant. And he was introduced to Emperor Eugene by our principal, who also went missing. I don't know what that's all about still, too. Maybe we'll find out. I'm not sure if we really will, but we'll see.
That is one of the reasons I am not putting a stop to the Chancellor's actions.
Okay, so he just gave us our answer why why he isn't putting his foot down or stopping the Chancellor, because he's like, well, we're all doomed anyway, and bad things are going to happen, and these things have already been predicted, and they've happened, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's the will of the will, and I don't know if he's just given up, and I don't know if that has to do with him losing his love and being a sorry state of a man, because also it seems like his wife is pretty upset with him. Like, he seems like he's a good father, but he doesn't seem like he's a good husband to her or something, or not. There's something weird about the whole Priscilla scene that they were trying to emphasize. And he saw it, and then she looked over and was kind of giving that whole hint around him becoming a little too close with Gilead and trusting too much, or we don't really know exactly the intricacies of it, but it feels like, or seems like, it's being hinted at. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I'm sure you guys kind of think similar, probably, but I'm not stating the obvious already. But that was definitely something that I feel like that was like a big cue, and by him even saying this, it seems like he's kind of given up, but we'll see. Green's shocked, okay.
Sure, I don't know all the details, but both the Chancellor and His Highness understand the situation fully. Yet they...
And so, I plan to not avert my eyes and watch to the end.
Huh?
As the ruler of Erebonia, the Empire mired in darkness and founded under a curse,
Wow. I knew it. So, does his family hold the curse or something like that? Because of the whole thing that happened 900 years ago, and Valflame Palace and the Knights, and so many things we don't know. And we still don't know what this deal Maiden was implying about what happened 200 years ago. We found out a little bit about that, and it could be related to the thing that we were talking about before, but I don't know.
I shall watch my sons, the Crimson Wings, the new light of the nobility, and Class 7, both old and new, to see if any of them can overcome the iron will of the Chancellor and light the way to a new path for this nation.
Is he saying he's also rooting for us and he believes in us to do something good? But it's weird. He just wants to sit back and he doesn't... I don't like him not being an active participant. I feel like him being passive is like a bad thing as well. I don't know.
I promise to give everything I have to find this new path. Not just as a member of Class 7, but on behalf of Thor's Military Academy and all its students and graduates.
You're aware that would include both myself and the Chancellor, yes? But all the same, well said.
Welcome back. I'm not sure what you two spoke about, but I trust it was well worth the time.
Yes, most definitely.
Precisely. There is something in Erebonia. Something which bends people's minds and steers them toward chaos.
Reen.
It's nothing. Major, can I ask you something?
Finished with your chat?
Uh-oh. This guy.
Your Excellency.
He's got such a wild voice. Very empowering one, huh?
It would appear you want no need to speak with me about something. I can't take too much time out of my schedule, but I have a room prepared. Shall we?
Huh?
Yes, let's go.
He's like calm and collected, calm and collected.
Where are you headed, Ash?
I gotta take a piss. Wanna join me?
I think I'll pass. But let me
That's
say
Kurt.
this. Don't so much as think about Huh? I admit it's a bit nerve-wracking, but this truly is a special event. We should all enjoy it together as Class 7.
What is Ash doing, man?
Who would have guessed the pretty boy was just as big of a nag as that wild filly?
He got his answer
Maybe
about
somewhere along the
Hamill.
line, I'll let those guys get to me.
Oh, is something the matter, sir?
He got his answer about Hamill, but he said he needed to find out something else. He looked pissed, though.
Oh, yeah, I was just on my way back from the bathroom, but I noticed something strange.
Something strange, sir?
Yeah, it's just around the corner here.
Dun dun dun. You know what that means. He's up to no good.
I believe this will be the first time we've been able to speak one-on-one like this. Since, of course, that day 14 years ago.
What kind of 5-year-old would even have some kind of conversation with him anyway? That not the best way to phrase that, but alright.
His Majesty told me. General Craig, too.
So I've heard. His Majesty knows the truth of my circumstances. more or less. Craig and Van Dyke, on the other hand, only know the facts that float on the surface. They remain in the dark as to what truly happened to Brigadier General Gileath Osborne.
I love how he puts it as that. It's funny.
Then will you tell me what happened 14 years ago?
Yeah, what specifically, Reen, you gotta ask what happened in between that time. Is he working with Ouroboros? Is he not? Why did he establish all these different groups? What's going on? What's going on? Is he working with the Black Workshop? Because we know he is. I mean, with Milliam and Altina. But would that mean he's working with the gnomes? And how does he even know them? And what's going on with all that? What's going on with all that?
Why did you leave me? Why did you leave your son? Why did you become a completely different person?
Sounds like it. Jirai. Oof. Yeah, why'd you break Crow's heart? Why'd you destroy that guy's life?
You trampled over everything in your way, robbed the people of their pride and independence, and planted the seeds of the Civil War. After what you did to Jirai, you annexed Crossbelt and North Ambria, and now you're planning a war with Calvard. At the same time, you're working with the Black Workshop and trying to bring all the darkest parts of the world toward the surface. What are you... No. Why are you doing this?
It sounds as though you've figured a great many things out on your own. First, allow me to commend you for not being consumed by your false hero's title. Very well. I shall start with your first question.
He's like, yeah, you were no hero, kid.
After I lost Kasha, I left you and Ymir, and 3 months later His Majesty bid me investigate the Hamel incident.
You should have said Kasha, your mother. It's kind of cold to say it like that.
Afterward, I went to negotiate with the Queen of Liberl.
Right afterward?
The Queen agonized over the decision, but I knew she wanted peace as soon as possible. Eventually, she agreed to the terms of the ceasefire. The noble officers behind everything, led by Lecter's father, were given the death penalty, and the 4 great houses were put in check.
Yeah, but who let Lecter's dad do that even? Like, who authorized that? Did he go rogue?
All in a single month. In recognition of my accomplishment, His Majesty appointed me Chancellor. I'm grateful to Teo. He accepted my request not to reveal anything to you, but at the same time, it meant I had to sever my ties to both you and him. As a revolutionary, taking on the 4 great houses, I needed to be on my own. I couldn't have anything holding me back.
So her name was Kasha, the woman who gave birth to me.
Once I became Chancellor, I crushed those who opposed me, expanded our railway network, and garnered even more power.
Oof.
Behind the scenes, I also made deals with Ouroboros and joined forces with the Black Workshop.
Wow, Jean Louvet and a bunch of the originals, Professor Guy and a fake, the fake man who can control memories or whatever. Oof. Still a bunch of people we don't know in Ouroboros, though. So he was working with Ouroboros. He still probably is. Making deals. To what ends, though?
After the incident in Liberl, I cut ties with the Snakes and robbed them of the Black Workshop's loyalty. Then, 2 years ago, I used Rufus to fell the Noble Alliance from within.
Yikes. 2 years ago. So, when we were taking care of business.
And ultimately, I stole Ouroboros' phantasmal blaze plan right out from under them.
What even is the Phantasmal Blaze plan? And what are you planning to do with it?
By this point, it's safe to say Ouroboros' goal is no different from their gospel plan in Liberl. The acquisition of Adios' treasures, the Septarian.
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of an idea of that they wanted to keep on trying to get the Septarian. That had been brought up a couple times, but it doesn't. What's their true goal?
In Crossbell,
What happens when they do
the
that?
false phantasm to awaken the blaze in Erebonia. But the prize they seek is more than simply that blaze.
I like the art on these, the tree going over Crossbell. Wild. Those big guys, yep. Great one.
This dark land once housed 2 treasures.
Okay, so Erebonia housed 2 treasures.
The clash between the 2 of them resulted in the creation of the Great One. All the people, things, and history of Erebonia are inexorably entangled in its blessings and its curse. I'm sure you've been able to deduce that much from certain historical documents you've been reading.
What are you?
Pardon me, Your Excellency. The Emperor is calling for you.
Understood. That shall be all for now.
Wait! We're not done yet! There's so much more I need to ask! How did you survive being shot through the heart?
Right?
Are you the same as the Jaeger King, the Steel Maiden, and Siegfried? Or does it have something to do with the scar on my chest and this power I have?
14 years ago, when we were attacked, your heart was punctured by debris. Kasha, your mother, she begged me to save you. So, I made the decision to give my heart to my son. That is the reason Crow Armbrush shot to my chest did not find its mark. I'll leave the rest for you to figure out. It's the same riddle I've given to the Ironbloods. Major, escort him back to the venue. Our gallant hero seems a bit disoriented at the moment.
So he's like immortal or has some crazy power, or it's similar to what's going on with Jaeger King and Siegfried as well, and the Steel Maiden. They all got, what do they have in common?
A resin gun that fires
Knights.
gunpowder bullets. Can't be found by metal detectors.
Has to do with something with that. It's the resin gun. Oh, that's the one he took. Uh-oh. That's the one he took in the mission. When he got it off the guy. Oh, man. And Musei thought she missed something? Okay. Huh. Wow.
Everything falling into place like this is way too convenient. I don't like it. Well, I guess beggars can't be choosers.
No kidding, right, kid? Resin material. It's loading something.
I know His Excellency isn't a normal person,
You could say that again.
but I believe somewhere deep down he still cares for you.
Huh?
Myself, Lecter, Milliam, likely even Rufus as well. His Excellency has personally lent his help to each of us. It's possible he thought of us as a replacement for you.
Thank you. I'll try to sort through all this, somehow.
Rain! Instructor Rain!
Well, it's funny, you could hear them like running up.
I heard His Majesty called you in to speak with him?
Chancellor Osborne as well.
You spoke with both of them?
You're looking a little bit green around the gills there.
She's right. What happened?
I can't talk about it just yet. All I can say is that nothing is over yet, and something's about to begin. Once this party's over, can we all get together and talk?
Yes, of course. I think I can better explain what's going on behind the scenes now.
If time permits, I'll tell you all about my circumstances too.
We can come too, right?
Yeah. We're all in the same boat at this point.
You too, Toa. Of course. I'll be there.
Where's Ash?
Right?
Huh?
I don't see him anywhere nearby. Wasn't he talking with you earlier, Kurt?
Yes, he said he needed to use the restroom, though that was some time ago.
Is it happening?
Lecter! Claire!
So that's how the Orphan of Hammel's gonna be used, huh?
Oh no. Lecter. Why is Lecter going wrong with everything if he knows that they're just gonna end up being used anyway? The Orphan of Hammel.
Claire! Milliam! With me!
Not good.
Let's follow them.
Where is everyone headed?
Did something happen?
Please wait here. I'll go ask.
He certainly doesn't change.
Ah, but that's what makes him him.
Who's there? Ooh.
He's a warrior with an iron will, ready to put his life on the line. It's comforting to know such a person is our leader.
Well, well. It would appear you're already fitting in as a member of the group.
Talking about the Chancellor. He knows what's gonna happen.
I plan to make this announcement during the summer festival.
I can't imagine it will be easy. But knowing you, you're already well prepared.
You're too kind.
Pardon the intrusion.
You are...
Ash Carbide of Thor's Branch Campus, Class 7. The third survivor of Hamel. What have you come here for?
Hamel. So it comes back to that yet again.
My left eye's aching real bad. Been that way since I was a kid.
Wow.
That scene is burned into it. Even years later, when I was taking care of my mom, I kept hearing the voice.
Oh, dude, he has the curse too. Or something. Because all the children of Hamel had... Oh, man.
Kill the Vile One. Kill the Vile One.
Huh.
The Jaegers that attacked the town were slaughtered. You executed all the masterminds.
Wow.
Hamel's name was wiped off the map. You're the one who let this happen, Emperor. Maybe the Queen of Liberl is just as guilty for keeping quiet. Or maybe the other two, for running away and leaving me for dead. Or even that Scarecrow guy, the son of the Mastermind. Hey, tell me.
It's in red text. So does that mean he's like... And he's glowing, obviously, with the... evil curse power or something? I don't know. Is that when he, like, charges when he uses that, like, skill and grabs his eye? Because he always does that. Oh, man.
Who do I gotta kill? To get rid of all this pain?
The curse.
He knows. It is. It is. Some of the books talk about that too. I didn't think I would have to read it before this though or anything. I guess we're almost at the end anyway. Man.
Yes. This is the sacrifice from the prophecy. It is only fitting it be me.
This is the sacrifice. He's gonna use him like that? That's so messed up. I don't want Ash to die. Osborn can't
But
die.
don't aim for my heart. That won't do you any good.
I don't think anything.
Aim here.
Yeah, you'll die for a little bit and then come back to life or something crazy. Because
it would be your best chance of killing me, if there is any chance at all.
He already knows. He's telling him right there. Jeez, dude, that's bad. Oof. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. It's upset.
Ash, was it? It won't work on him. He's no human. I have my doubts he's even capable of dying.
Your Majesty.
I don't want this young man's actions to be wasted. Ash, I am the one responsible for Hamel.
Is he though? Or is he saying that? Or kinda was he complicit? Man, just when we started to kinda like the guy. Oh no.
Let your years of suffering end with me.
Why the hell would you...
Like a couple shots. Ay, 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 ay.
What?
Damn it! He needs medical attention.
1, 2, 3, 3 shots? Oh.
Father!
Uh-oh.
The princess! Be strong, Your Highness.
Get the medics! He's lost too much blood! Be careful moving him!
Oh no.
Is he the one responsible?
Yes. Unfortunately.
I thought we'd captured all the Calvardian agents. Is there a chance he was one of them?
A Vern Company gun made with resin parts. It would not have been found by a metal detector. Unfortunately. I cannot deny the possibility.
Oh, so he's gonna get blamed for starting the Calvardian War. Dude, that was insane. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Oh my gosh. What? What? Alright guys, we're gonna cut it at that and see you guys on the next one. That was pretty intense.